Hello, friends, and welcome to part 3 in the series of how to make a Parallax WordPress theme in 2020. And in this video, we will take care of the footer. We will set up a navigation bar and a section with social media icons, and then some opening hours and a place where you can book, or I should say a link to where you can book make a reservation um, to the restaurant. Footer, just name it the ID of footer. Let's keep it simple. Then array, and in this array we need a title. And the title obviously going to be footer. Then the name of the theme is Parallax theme. And scroll up. Then under the title, we are going to need a description. And let's do a like this function there, and the description for the footer should be set up your footer, perhaps. Let's do set up your footer and comma, and then priority. Let's see, we had a logo of 240, so let's do 250. And then under the section here, let's add the first setting and control. So what I was thinking is have a social media link. So what we're going to need to do actually is we're going to add font awesome for our links. So if I open up Google and let's do font awesome like this. So if you don't have font awesome, I have a video on how to add that. So what you need to do is you start for free and you create a kit. I already have a kit, so I'm not gonna bother with that. But what's gonna happen is we have to go to our enqueue.php file. And we need to add font awesome. Okay. So first thing is I'm going into our enqueue.php, and below, just before my JavaScript script, I'm just going to add another script there. So it's pretty straightforward. It's vp underscore enqueue underscore script, and then the ID is going to be ciy underscore font underscore awesome, and then you're going to need the actual URL to your kit. I already have it since I created it before. All right, so you just do, it's an HTTPS URL. So just paste that in. All right, like that, and then semicolon at the end. Let's save it, and just to double check, let's go to our front page. Let's refresh this one there. So let's take a look at this here. So let's do view page like that. Oh, my brain is not with me today here. So that's that, and then Control F, and then font awesome. You get the font awesome in there, link, and then down here is a script file as well. All right, so now we got it. So we can continue with our theme development. So we can close this one down. Let's get back here. And for the social media links, I'm just gonna do another comment. Social media links. Okay, so first thing we need is add a setting. Underscore customize underscore, not underscore, add underscore setting. And this setting is going to take in social media links. That's the first ID, and this setting also needs an array. And this array, we got default value of let's see, default value should be okay. So what we need now is we need to go to our back into Font Awesome, and up here in icons, I'm gonna choose an icon that we need. So the first icon I want is for Facebook. Then you get some options here, and these are available here. These one are pro, so you have to pay for that service. So what I'm going to do is just going to use this square. So hit that one, and then copy this URL or this tag here, the whole thing. Let's head back to our file customizer.php, and in here, just paste in the whole thing there, and then the name of the theme as usual, like so, and then comma there, and then obviously the type is, as always, thememod. Okay, and then add the control for this one. So vp underscore customize, add underscore control, and this one takes in actually the new customize control. So new customize underscore control, and then again vp customize, like so, comma there, then takes in this settings ID, and then an array. Let's see, that's not what I wanted. I want to do this. All right, now first we need a label, and the label for this one, it's a default value. You can put an actual Facebook link here if you want, but no, wait, the label is just social media links, like this. And then the name of the theme. Okay, and then need to add a description. Then do the almost printf, like so, and then pick a social media icon, and then the section is the footer, and the priority in for this one here should be 1, and then the type is going to be a drop-down select. So we need to put in select here, and then choices, because we need something to choose from, otherwise it'd be a pretty bad drop-down. drop down options there, right? So this one takes in a few values, so we need to create an array. So the default should be the one that we pasted in up here, right here, right? So we get the social, the front awesome icon for the Facebook, and then we need to choose the other ones. So what I'm going to choose from is first option should be Facebook, like so, and then you can put in, so we get a value to choose. It looks a little bit better. So I'm gonna write Facebook right there. Okay, next one is going to be Twitter. So let's go back to Phantasm homepage and search for Twitter. And we're gonna use this square Twitter icon. Copy this, go back here. Then we do the same thing. But instead of Facebook, we just put in Twitter. And then we need obviously another icon, and then we're gonna do Pinterest. Pinterest is pretty good for if you have a food blog and stuff. Pinterest like this, and then copy that one. Then paste it in, and then we do Pinterest. And the last one is obviously Instagram. Can't have a restaurant without Instagram account, right? Search for Instagram. Now Instagram only has this option here. So this is the one we're going to choose. Copy that. And paste it in. And here we got Instagram. Okay, so that's that. So now this is one option. I want to display all four, so we can have four different icons at the same time. So we're gonna create a few more of these. But first, what I want to do is dent that one. We are going to add a URL so that actually leads somewhere. Because now it's only the icon. So let's do that. And let's add a setting. Customize. Add setting. And this setting social media URL 1. This is the first URL here. And it takes in an array and default. And here you can just put in a generic. I'm just going to put in a generic address here. So what you need is to do the whole thing, http v.facebook.com/user. Obviously, it's not going to lead anywhere, but the user of this theme gets an idea what to do here. Then copy the name of the theme, paste it in, and then the type. It's theme mod. And then the controller for this one, add underscore control. And this control just takes in the same settings ID with a nice little array. And the first one is a description. Let's print f there. And the description here is your social media URL. and the name of the theme. Like so, and comma, and the description we need a section, and the section is footer, and the priority for this one needs to be 2, like so, and let's save it, and let's have a look in the customizer. Let's refresh and customize control, not found. Let's go back and see. VP customize, oh no, VP. I read it silent in my head, but I didn't type it out. Okay, let's refresh. Now, let's see, call to member function, add control 951. So now I have to add control, obviously not. Customize. Let's refresh. All right, there we go. Let's take a look at the footer, and here we go. Social media icon. Now you can choose between these. All right, let's add, so we get all of these. We get 4 options here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy and paste this control settings and control for the actual font awesome, and then the URL. So let's copy that. We need 4 of these, so 3 more times. So that's 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go back up and let's sort this out. All right, so the first one we got there. Next one, we need to change that to social media URL. What's this one? Yes, all right, social media links, and let's name it 2. Same here, 2. And instead of the Facebook, I want the Twitter up here, and paste it in there. The priority is 3, and the default value should not be, this one should be Twitter. So let's take a look. That's social media links 2, social media links 2. That's nice. And then here, change that to 2, and this one to 2, and then instead of Facebook, let's just do Twitter. And this one needs to be priority 4. All right, next. Next there, let's add this one here, then change it to 3. And we obviously going to need a Pinterest in this case. Let's change the default value down here. And then let's change it up here as well. Okay, theme art 3 and links 3 and social media links 3, and this nice. Nice. So this one should be priority 5. I would change that, and then here change that to 3. And instead of Facebook, we need Pinterest. And change that to 3 as well. And here it needs to be 6 priority. Okay, and then the last one here, let's change that to 4. And let's change this one as well to 4. And this is nice. We need to change this one to 7. And we need to change this whole thing, default values to Instagram. like so, and obviously up here as well. There we go. Nice. And then last one, the URL there, 2, 4, and 4, and here instead of Facebook, let's do Instagram. That's that, and obviously the priority to 8. Let's save it. Let's go back here to the backend customizer. Let's refresh. Let's have a look at the footer. And here you are. You get all Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and Facebook. That's pretty nice. All right, let's put it up so we can see it in the front end. So let's have a look at our footer.php. Okay, so here's where the magic's gonna happen. We already have the menu there, right? So under the section for the navigation, let's add another section and give it a class of footer social. Okay, and let's give it first a h2 tag and maybe just social. And then we need a link like this. Okay, and first what we're going to do is open up PHP tags and tell where this link should go. So we get echo get underscore theme mod, and this is the social media URL. So let's go back to our customizer. We have the social media URL 1. So let's see, there we go. Let's paste it in. Then we need a default value. We can just do a star. It shouldn't go anywhere. All right, then semicolon at the end, and then now we're going to add actual icon. So we go over here, PHP tags, and again echo get theme mod, and what this one takes in is the social media links that we created. This one here. So we need the settings ID, and let's go back to our footer. Let's paste it in, and then a default value. Now let's go back here and let's use this one here, default. All right, and then let's paste it in there, semicolon at the end. Let's refresh. Let's take a look at the front end there. Let's refresh. And I think our links are white, so that's why we can't see them, but let's take a look here at the footer. Get the social href. Let's see. What are we missing anything? I don't think so. Let's see. Got the A. Social media links. That's the one, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it should be fine. Let's before we do anything, let's copy the rest here. Okay, so let's go to the end, and I am just Control Shift D. You copy the whole line, one line down. We need 4 of these. Let's just change the values here. So this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and here we need to change, just add here 2, 3, and 4, and then we need to change the default value. Let's head back here to customizer. And first one, let's see, next one there is Twitter. And Facebook, we got Twitter, and then we have the Pinterest there. Paste it in, and the last one we need is for Instagram. Not there. Let's go to the footer.php and let's go over here, paste it in, hit save. All right, probably not gonna see anything on the front end. All right, so let's see what's up with that. Should be visible here. Okay, let's see. Oh, look at this. This is a dot. Oh, it's a period. It should be a comma. And this one doesn't even have one. What happened here? Let's copy this one there. Let's head down here. Change it to 3, comma. Let's save. Okay, let's go back to front end and let's have a look there. All right, there we go. See, there they are. Nice. Cool. Okay. Let's style these. The last thing we do in this video. So let's head back here to this fun. Let's open our CIY style, and so that's that. Let's see, we can. So let's do the initial styling of just simple little footer. So down here, I'm just gonna do a little comment. It says footer, and then footer, and the background color of my footer I want is blackish color, 2E28, and then the padding, so 50 pixels. Then display grid, and the gap here should be 30 pixels. We're gonna add some more things here next video. This video is running quite long as it is. And then the grid template areas, we're gonna add a little bit later. I think let's just start with two. Once we have the navigation, and let's see, navigation. Let's see, what do we have here? Let's start with navigation, see what it does. All right. Okay, let's refresh. Down here, okay. Now we get a nice little footer, and you can see it's parallax if we scroll here already. Okay, then this parallax because we put it here, nav slider. Yeah, nav. Got it up here, I think. That's right. In our header here, background attachment fixed. Okay, so that's why it's parallax. Good. Let's move on with our footer. And the first one is the footer navigation, and the grid area should be navigation. A little refresh there. Then let's do the footer navigation H2, and that's it for now. Let's do text transform, uppercase, and a letter spacing 1 pixel. Let's get a little nicer looking. All right, let's get in there, and let's scroll up. Okay, and then let's do the footer navigation UL. So we get the footer navigation UL, and let's remove the list style, the dots there. So this style is none. So now those are gone, looking much better. And then footer navigation, UL, LI, and the A tags. So we're gonna do these here. So the text decoration should be none, but I already think we actually do have all of our A tags here, text decoration none. So we don't need that down here. We can remove that. Okay, and what we would do need is color, and I think the color is also set. Yes. So the color is the same. We just gonna add letter spacing here. Letter spacing, and the letter spacing should be the same 1 pixel, and also would be nice to maybe capitalize some of the letters. Text transform, so capitalize, capitalize, there we go. And then also padding top, padding top of 10 pixels. Let's save that, see what it does. All right, so you can see here about us there, the first letter capitalized, so looking a little bit better. Okay, and then for the hover, if we hover over, want to have some sort of effect. So down here, let's do hover, and there we go. And the hover should just be text decoration underline. All right, so when we hover, you see it gets underlined there. Nice. Okay. Now, next thing we need to add here is for the social. All right, so let's do footer for social. For social, we need a grid area of social, and then the footer social, we get then H2. So let's add, excuse me, padding bottom 10 pixels. That's that. Okay, and now let's style the actual icons. So we need a footer social, and this, let's do the A tag there first. Let's see, and I don't think there's any text decoration there, I believe. So let's do a padding of 5 pixels, padding top of 5, well, not 55 pixels, no, 10 pixels. And the font size should be 2 to rem. Okay, and then when we hover, let's copy this, then hover, and font size, let's just make him a little bit bigger. Font size, and that's 2.5 rem. Let's save that. Let's refresh and see what happened there. Okay, so when you hover over, they get a little bigger. All right, so we had a grid arrow social. Let's add that one. We're gonna add more in the next video. For this video, we'll see. Okay, so let's save that and let's refresh. There you go. So we got these nice little social icons going on. Let's have a look. Let's make it a little bit more, a little better looking. When it comes to our mobile view. So let's head down here to the media queries. So let's do the footer. So I'm gonna add a little comment here with footer, and what we're gonna need is just do a footer, and the padding should be 50 pixels, 10 pixels, then 50 pixels, then 10 pixels. There, and a display block text align center. Then the footer navigation margin bottom of 20 pixel. Let's save that and see what it looks like. So now we get this. I'm gonna change this one here so it looks, so it's capitalized here like this one here. But first let's start with you did the navigation there, so let's continue with the social. Footer underscore social, and margin bottom 20 pixels. Okay, good. All right, so yeah, let's also change footer social. Let's see if we can do that at the same place. So we got the footer navigation. Let's see. Got them all there, right? So let's do the same there. Score social, and it's an H2 tag there as well. Save that. Refresh, get the same there, right? Nice. Now let's continue and let's add the other sections here. So let's head back here to the actual customizer. So I'm gonna go back and make this full screen so it'll be easier to see. So let's go back to the customizer.php, and under our social media links, I am going to add section called the location. So the address or addresses to our restaurants. So first a little comment saying location, and let's scroll up there so we can see what we're doing. So first we need a VP underscore customize, and we need to add setting and control for the first restaurant. So add setting, and this setting is gonna call will give the ID of a location, then an array as usual, and after that, I'm missing a like that. So, and then in here, let's put a default value, and the default is going to put. I think actually I'm gonna do, let's say, my street. So this is a street address. So my street, like this, and the name of the theme we got it up here. Just copy and paste, and then comma, because we need a type, and the type is, as always, theme mod. Okay, and semicolon there, and then the control for this one. So it'd be customize, add underscore control, and this takes in the idea of location, then an array, then first a little label, perhaps, and the label should be, let's see, what did we do with other labels? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Let's put location, perhaps. Then we know location, and again, the name of the theme, like so, and then we need a little description. Then for description, going to have maybe a street name, so we know what that is, and next which section it belongs to, and it belongs to the footer section, and then the priority for this priority, and let's see what I have up there. So priority 8, previous one, so let's do that as priority 9, and that's that. Now let's add the zip code, p underscore customize, and again we need to add setting, and this, maybe call it zip code, then an array, and the default value should be just do 44555 Mombasa, why not? And then the name of theme, let's copy and paste this there, and then comma, and then the type, and the type is theme mod. Then the controller, customize, add underscore control, and takes in of the ID of zip code. Just copy and paste like this, and then array. And the first thing we need here is a description. Don't need a label because we know already. So description, and the description should be something like the zip code, like this. That'd be good. And then the section, again, that's the footer section, and then priority should be 2. 2 like that, and then semicolon. Let's save that. Let's head back to our backend. Let's make this a bit bigger. Let's go to appearance and customize. And we get an error, undefined function sprint. So obviously it's printf. There we go. And let's head back there and let's refresh. Here we go, down here in the footer. And we get the social media links right there. And the zip code. Sorry, we get the zip code here. We should probably not put that in the middle. We should probably put that somewhere else. I don't know why that happened. Oh, priority 2. We need 10. So let's refresh and let's look again at the footer. So down here, location, my street, and the zip code. Now we need to add the country as well, just in case, and phone number. So let's do that at the same time. So down here, let's do ep_customize, then add setting, scroll up a little, and this, let's give this an ID of country, then an array, awesome sauce, and then the default is in this case, let's do, well, Mombasa is in Kenya, so let's do Kenya. And the name of the theme, and then the type, theme mod, semicolon, and then the controller. So vp_customize, add _control, and the same ID country, then the array, like that. And we need a description of this as well. Like so. And let's see, your country, then the next section, again get the footer, and the last are the priority, and priority is 11. Let's save that, and then let's also add a phone number. That could be good if we need to call. So customize and add a setting, and let's give this an ID of phone number, underscore number, like that, and then an array, and in this array again default, and let's do to be honest, I don't know what kind of number, what the numbers looks like in Kenya, so I'm just gonna pretend I know something which I clearly don't. So let's do like this. All right, and then the name of the theme, oops, comma, and then the section, no, sorry, the type. Getting ahead of myself here. So theme mod, semicolon, and then the controller, customize, like that, and then add control, and taking the same ID, then do an array, and now let's do description. Again, printf, and the description, put your phone number here, number here, and then now the section, and that's the footer, and then priority, and priority should be 12. Let's save this, after we put a semicolon at the end there. Let's head back here and let's refresh. Let's take a look at the footer all the way back down here. Oh, there we go. Street name, zip code, country, and phone number. Now let's also put it in the front end. So let's head over to our footer.php. And in our footer.php, under the section with the social media icons, I'm going to put another section and give it a class of footer, maybe location, like so. And in here, just gonna do a few p tags. But first, let's set a little header. So h2 tag and maybe location. Then now let's do some p tags, and let's open up our PHP tags inside the p tags, and then let's echo get theme mod. This will have the theme mod here in the customizer .php. So it's this type here. So we're gonna get that and echo it. So get theme mod and the ID of the first one. And the first one here, I think was location. So we need a settings ID. And go back in, paste it in, and then we did have a default value. Let's print that out as well, and that's my street. Just copy and paste it and semicolon at the end. So that's it. So these are fairly simple, so I'm just gonna copy all these down. This is Control-Shift-D if you're on VS Code. And we had 4 of these, right? So first thing we need to change there is, instead of location, the second one was zip code. So let's paste that in, and the zip code was it 445? Mombasa. Okay, let's copy that, and let's paste it in here. And the next is zip code country, which was Kenya. So I'm just gonna write that in because I do know how to spell Kenya. And then the last one, that was phone number. So let's do that. Phone number, and we had a very generic phone number. We're gonna change that one too. And let's put that one here too. All right, so let's save that, and let's take a look at the front end. See if we get any errors. All right, let's see. Okay, nice. We got the location down here, and that's that. Cool. All right, so next we need to add is if there's any special events, perhaps that would be nice that you can advertise for. So let's head back to our customizer.php, and under the last controller for the phone number, let's add a comment, and that's gonna call it special events. And same here, we just need to add setting and phone control. So I'm going to copy a setting and control, the last 2 here for the phone number, and then I'm gonna paste it in here. And you're gonna use a few of these. So we need total, there's a special event, and then for the special event we need opening hours. So I'm gonna put up a lunch hour and also dinner hours, because my folks at the restaurant, they need to take a break as well. All right, so we got first to set up the special event, and then we need for the lunch hours and then dinner hours. So we're gonna change all these. So the first event here is the ID. So let's change that to special event, and obviously let's change the default value. So we just had Christmas, so let's do Christmas day. Okay, now we get the name of the name of the theme. The type is theme mod. Then the control, we need to change that to the ID for the special event, and instead of put your phone number here, let's give it a description of put your special event here. So let's just change this event here. And one thing we need to add as well on this one here is a label. This is the first one of this type, so I would like a label. It's a little bit easier to see what it is. So the label should be special events. I'm also going to add the name of the theme there. So, and then we need a comma at the end. And obviously it needs to change the priority to 13. All right, and then the lunch hours for this. All right, so let's remove that, and then let's put in event underscore lunch underscore hours. You get the array nice there. So let's see, what hours do we need? It's Christmas Day, so why don't we let people sleep a little bit before they start work, and then lunch only 2 hours, 1 p.m. and we get the name of theme, and then theme mod. Then let's change the ID down here, and then let's change the description. So put your lunch hours here, then, and then section and footer, nice, and let's change the priority to 14. Cool, and now the dinner hours. So let's just copy this and let's change that to, instead of lunch hours, let's change that to dinner hours. And let's see, when should the dinner start? I don't know. Should we be open during dinner? I don't know. Let's actually I'm gonna be closed. All right, I'm gonna be closed Christmas Day evening. Why not? All right, and then we get the theme mod right there and the name of the theme. Then let's copy the ID and let's put it down here in the controller. And put your dinner hours here. Start there, and section footer, and priority should be 15. Okay, let's save that, and let's go back here to our back end and into the footer, and let's scroll down here. So we get the special events, Christmas Day, 11 a.m., 1 p.m. Dinner hours are closed. And now we need to add this section there. So let's do that. So let's go to the footer.php, and down here I want to put another section and give it a class of footer events. And in here, gonna do an h2 tag on put it special events like this. And first, we probably need a little header as well to just to make it stand out a little bit. So let's do an h3 tag, and let's open up some PHP tags, close it there, and then echo get underscore theme underscore mod, and the ID for this one is the what kind of event it is. So we need the ID for the special event. and let's head back and let's paste it in. And then the default value was Christmas Day, semicolon at the end. And then we need a p tag. We're gonna need 2 of these, and maybe first a span tag, because what we're gonna do here is we're going to put first a little lunch header, so we know the hours we're talking about here. So that's first is lunch, and then let's do a little space there, and then PHP tags. Let's close them off at the same time. And now let's echo get theme mod, and now we need the lunch hours. So let's go down here and copy this ID for event lunch hours. Back to the footer and copy and paste, and then the default value we said 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and paste it in there. Let's do that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do it exactly the same. So Control Shift D, copy it down. Let's change here, instead of lunch, let's do dinner. And instead of echo get theme mod, let's copy and paste event dinner hours and paste it in there. And then it was closed. That's what we said, right? So that's that. So let's save that, and let's head to our front end and let's refresh. And now we got the special events right there. Pretty cool. All right, next thing we're gonna do is add a little booking link, a link to our booking page. So let's do that. So let's head back to our customizer.php, and under last event dinner hours control, let's add a new comment, and let's put a make a reservation footer page. And in this here, let's we need to add we need to add the link there for the reservations, obviously. Cool. All right, so let's do that. So first, let's create a setting and controller. So we are just gonna do vp customize add underscore control, sorry, no control, setting, and let's give it an ID of reservations, and an array, and first the default, and so the default empty string for this one, like so, and then the type is theme mod. All right, and the controller for this one, vp underscore customize add underscore control, and in controller here we need the ID, so it's reservations, and then we need to add the name of theme, and let's see, we had a name of theme right here. Okay, so you get the menu, by the way, by doing the, if you're on Windows, you get the Windows key plus V, get this menu, and then you can choose from all of the previously copied and pasted text that you have on your clipboard. You have to, yes, remember, you have to add this little feature in the settings, but that's easily done. Okay, so that's that, and actually we don't need that here. We need an array here. but that was a little bonus for you. Okay, so first we are going to need a label, and let's for the excuse me, for the label, let's put in a let's see, maybe a reservations or link to reservations. And now let's put that in the name of the theme, and next a description. Description, and in this little description, let's put in choose a page, because we're going to choose a page here, and in this one we also need to put in name of theme, just in case. Actually, we don't need that, so you know what, I'm gonna remove that. And let's say we need a section, and in the section it's the footer, obviously, and then the priority is let's see, we need 16. Okay, semicolon at the end. So that's one thing we need to do here in the controller. So if we go back here, let's first save this, and let's refresh here, and let's have a look at the footer. So back down here we got the link to reservations. Let's choose a page. Now it would be great to have a drop-down list here, and then in the backend you create a page where you set up, for example, a form, so people can make a reservation, and then we just simply choose this with a drop-down menu. So you can have different pages here. So let's set that up. Easier to see what I mean. All right. So what we need to do here is in the add control part under section. Let's just add a new key, and we're gonna call this drop type. Okay, and this will set up the type, what field this is, and it's called drop down pages, like this. Okay, so let's save this, and let's see what we get on our backend. So let's refresh, and we scroll down. You can see here, this little arrow popped up, and if we click on this, or we click on this field, you can see all the pages here that I have made, and I already made a reservations page, so you can just simply choose that one. Now you get reservations here. We link to the reservations page. So so that's that. So that's pretty neat. All right, so let's go out of there for now, and let's add this as well on the front end. All right, so whatever we choose there, it should pop up here, and it should also be a clickable link. So let's head back here to our footer.php, and under here in footer events, let's do another section, the class of footer booking, and in this section we first gonna make an h2 tag, and here make a reservation, and now we need a tag, because we're gonna make that as a link. Okay, and in this actually we're gonna give it a class, and the class for this is footer underscore button. Then obviously the link, we need to get the link that we have there. Let's do PHP, close the PHP as well, and then echo. This time, we're not going to echo. Sorry, we're going to get the permalink because it's a link. So in WordPress, it's a function of the permalink. And in this, now we're going to get the theme mod. We're not going to echo it. We're going to get theme mod like this. And now we're going to put in the settings ID, which is reservations. And paste it in and semicolon at the end. And then obviously we need actually what we're going to do is we're going to put in a button here as well, which I forgot to add. So let's do that first. So under here, let's go back to our customizer.php and let's make a new setting. Underscore customize, need add setting, and in the setting we're going to call it reservation button, then an array like this, and in this array we need a default value, and the default is going to be let's see, the default just reservations button, or make a reservation. Oh yeah, make a reservation. Was that the same? Yes, make a reservation. Then let's put in the name of the theme, like so, and then the type is going to be theme mod, and then scroll up a little bit, the controller for this, vp underscore customize, add control, and let's just copy the little ID there, then an array, and in this we need a description, like so, and the description we're going to put in maybe reservations button, or create a reservations button, reservations button. Okay, and then next we need this section, which is the footer, and let's put those in as a string, and then priority 17. Let's save there, and let's actually head back here to appearance and customize. Okay, and let's have a look here. All right, so we get the create reservations button, and then this is text that will be on the button. Okay, so let's head back to our footer.php, and in the link, the a tag, we need to put in that text there. So this is the normal standard way to do it. So PHP tags, open and close, and then now normal echo get theme underscore mod, and then we do there's a reservations button. Let's copy the ID like so, and then the standard default value. So make a reservation, semicolon at the end. Let's save that. Let's head into our front, and let's refresh, scroll down. Now actually we have it right here, make a reservation. So we need to style all these here, obviously, but you can see the pointer changes to a hand, So what we need to do is we need to add obviously a page there. Let's go to a backend just to try it out. So we need a reservations page. Let's publish, and let's refresh. Okay, and if you look at the URL, when I hover over, you can see it changes to CIY WordPress reservations. Okay, and if I click there, it will take us to a reservations page that we're going to create and style. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so let's style all this today, and then we're done for this video. So let's open up our style sheet here, and first thing we're gonna do is let's continue here on our footer navigation. So we have a section here for footer, and we have already done previously here the navigation, and we also done the social. So let's continue here with the with this one. So let's scroll up all the way to the footer. Now we're gonna add, we already have a grid template arrows. We already got the navigation and social. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add for the other, so for the location, bookings, and social events, and so on. So let's do that. So the first thing we need to do here is just add some grid areas. So I'm going to add a location as a grid area, and then we're going to need booking. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in on a new line. So we get the social, then we get the events, and since if you see here, navigation, location, and booking, that represents one column. So that's 3 columns here, and down here is 2 columns. If I wanted to add an empty column in the grid for the grids, I just put a period like this. That will tell the browser that it's going to create a column, but it's empty, right? And then semicolon at the end. Now let's create all these here. So we have the navigation, the footer navigation, and so let's continue down here. We got the social, but you can go up here. We get the location before social. So let's add the location before the social. So let's go down there, then print the ID footer, and it was location. And for the location, we need a grid area. That's location. Let's save that, and let's go back here and let's refresh. You see it changes here, the whole layout. All right, so let's continue with the location. So let's style that. So we got the footer, location, and the p tags, and these we need to have a color of kind of whitish color, and then also we need a letter spacing. It's not so cramped up. 1 pixel. So that's that. Let's save that, and let's refresh, and we got the location right there. Okay, good. Next, we need the events section. So we got the special events there. So let's do something about it. So let's do under location, because we got the actually we get the booking there. Well, maybe not need to do much booking here. Okay, let's continue with the events. Okay, so let's do footer, and then events. Is that what I call it? Footer.php event footer events. Yes. Okay. Good. And then the grid area is obviously going to be not location, events, because that's what we had up here, events, right there. Then semicolon at the end, and then let's style the other one. So we had a span tag. Let's do footer underscore events and span. And the span for the events there, let's do a little bolder font weight. Bold, and also letter spacing. Same here, 1 pixel. And now let's do the p tags as well. So we have footer score events p tag, and now for the p tag we get the same here, letter spacing 1 pixel. And then we're also going to do the h3. We want to change the color for both of them, so let's save us some time, I guess. Footer underscore events and the h3 tag, then comma, then you get the footer events p tag, and change the color to a little bit whitish there. Good. So that's that. Let's save that. Let's refresh, see what we got. Got the special events. So we got the Christmas Day, we got the lunch and dinner. It's closed. All right, now let's focus on the booking. So let's head back to our style sheet, and let's just continue here. Let's do this one right here under our footer events. So let's start with footer and booking and the grid area, obviously. And the grid area is booking. If I'm mistaken, scroll up. So booking there. Okay. So let's see, booking, and next we need to do the a tags. So say footer underscore booking a tag. Well, that will be a little special perhaps. I think maybe we don't need to do that. I think we already added on all the a tags. The color is already white there, and the letter spacing should be fine. You know what? Let's comment this one out for now. Let's save that, and let's you see it's capitalized there, nice. Let's take a look. Button, so we get the color text decoration, and non-color is nice. Do we need anything else here? I don't think so, right? Maybe letter spacing. It's a little bit cramped up there, so let's add that. So letter spacing 1 pixel. Let's go back here and let's refresh. See what we got. All right, nice. Let's close that one. Okay, cool. So that's that. Now let's see, what else do we have to do? Let's go back here to our footer.php and the footer button, footer booking, and that's that. Let's have a look here. booking. Okay, nice. Okay, so that's that. Now we gotta do, well, we gotta make it look good at mobile devices as well. So let's head down here to our media queries. So the only thing we need to do really, I don't think we need to do much here actually, is for the absolute smallest. Uh, so all the way down here, if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna add a few settings there. All right, let's take a look there. Now, actually, we're gonna put it here under our footer social. So we get the footer already down there, display block, text align, footer navigation. Then footer social. So let's actually add. All these gonna have a margin bottom of 20 pixels. So let's do footer. Actually, probably better way to do this. These are all margin bottom, I think. So you know what? Let's just see if we can copy all these. Save some space, and we need footer. We got navigation, show social. We need location. We need events, and we also we're not gonna do the booking because I think that's fine for now. Let's save that, and let's remove this one. Let's save that, see what it does. Let's hit save. Let's refresh, and as you can see, it doesn't change on this. But if I pull up for mobile devices, you can see shrinks a little bit, and then it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. That's pretty good. Then certain size, it go back to our grid, and now it's a block. Okay, so that's that. Cool. Let's see if it worked though with the location there. Section. All right. So you see you got a margin bottom of 20 pixels. You see it down here. It has all these. Same there. Same. Sorry. Same. There. Right. That's pretty neat. Same there. Pretty neat there. Nice. Cool. And the last one doesn't have because we don't need. All right. Good. All right. So that's the footer. So in next video we'll take care of the content between the header section and our footer. Well, okay, that's actually one thing we need to do. We need to. I want to make these same as up here. So they have the capitalized. So let's do that. So let's go back to our style, and let's make this one a little bit nicer like that, and then let's scroll up to our footer, and we have a section here already. All right, so we got these two here, footer navigation, footer social. So we're just gonna add our other um, classes here as well. So let's start with location, and then we need footer. We got navigation, get social. Let's add location h2. Then let's do the same there for events h2, and then the last one there is booking h2. Let's hit save, and let's go back here, and let's refresh. Let's go back there. Okay, so now you can see these are uppercase. Cool. All right, so that's that. That was the last with the footer. So as I said, next video, we're gonna take care of the content between the header section and the footer. So that's it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next.